Welcome back to another episode of Crime, Cocktails, and BS with special guest Bori because he wants me to pick him up.
Bori, hello,
Hey.
sir. Hello, sir.
Why are you shaky? It's okay. Because he's shaking because he knows what we're talking about today.
It's horrifying.
He's nervous. Yeah. It's scary stuff.
His fur's growing back.
Thank God. Yes. Yes, it is. Hello. Yeah, so today, I think we prefaced it in the last episode. We're talking about all of the Diddy scandal and crimes and freak-offs.
Freak-offs, yeah.
As well as the real new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Which I cannot wait
I'm really
to talk
excited. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about that.
I'm more excited to talk about that.
For sure.
I mean, the Diddy stuff is wild, and I know you're pumped about it.
It's just like too much.
Which is why I'm excited about it. But I think it's also an interesting topic because obviously it's happening right now, but it's fascinating how these celebrities think they're so untouchable.
I know.
Things that they do. And then when they finally like fall from grace, it's like.
And all the other people that did things with him, like it's all coming out on TikTok. It's so amazing. Like it's crazy how social media works now too.
Yeah, no one's safe. I need to put this dog down. And while I do that,
it's like a llama right now.
Oh no, Una just left, so now he's mad. So while I put him down, why don't you tell us about the guy says cocktail corner. I was gonna say the cocktail of the day.
Yes. This one is called Besos Helados, which is icy kisses.
Besos!
Which is based off of the party on Salt Lake City called Besos, and adding a little icy twist because there's a lot of fighting in that episode.
Also, I just want to say she called it a Besos party and she was like, for little kisses. But little kisses is actually besitos.
Yeah, besitos, right.
Just wanted to say that was my 5 years of not just Spanish class, but also dating a Spaniard. So I learned something.
Yeah. I also dated a Spanish speaker for a while. Anyway. So a police officer came to my door and the beautiful powdered sugar like kind of settled. So it's not as beautiful, but it has.
I like how that's how you preface this.
It had some like beautiful snow on the rim before, but it went away.
It's still beautiful.
It is still beautiful.
And what's in it?
Tequila, strawberry preserves, fresh lime juice, agave syrup, soda water, strawberry for garnish, also maraschino cherries, and powdered sugar on the rim to add that like
tequila.
What?
Is it Vida tequila?
Yeah, obviously.
I tried saying it like Lisa.
Vida tequila.
Wait, does it actually have Vida in it?
I mean, no, it's 10 o'clock in the mornings.
No, I mean,
the recipe. I
don't know if I've seen Vida tequila.
You have to special order it to like, I think there are certain shops that carry it in Salt Lake City and certain restaurants that you can ask for it in Salt Lake City, but it's nowhere. I don't think it's anywhere else right now.
I'm going to look that up while you tell us more about everything.
Okay. Should we start on the Diddy stuff?
Yes.
So I
look up where to buy Vida tequila.
Yes. A little background on Diddy's career and influence. So Sean Diddy Combs, formerly known as aliases P. Diddy, Puffy, and Puff Daddy, is
so many aliases.
So many throughout the years. He's an American rapper, producer, and entrepreneur. We all know him, like he's been famous for years and years and years. Recently, not for the best things. But in the 90s, he worked as a talent producer at Uptown Records, and he helped launch some really huge names like Mary J. Blige. In 93, he started Bad Boy Records, which totally changed the game for hip hop, like Notorious B.I.G., Lil' Kim, Aretha Franklin even, TLC, Boyz II Men, Mariah Carey, Faith Evans, like so many big names came out of that label. So pretty big deal. In 1996, he was named ASCAP's Songwriter of the Year. After his friend Biggie Smalls just Biggie,
Yeah.
was murdered in 1997. He recorded his famous tribute called I'll Be Missing You. Do you remember that?
Yes, that's actually one of my favorite song facts.
Yeah.
It's about that.
So, yeah, so that blew up. He released a second album called Forever in 1999.
Can I tell you my little song fact about I'll Be Missing You?
Yeah, please.
I think I've shared it on here before, but Diddy did not get approval from the police, as in Sting in the police, to sample their song for it.
Oh,
And so he has to pay Sting like a crazy amount every day.
well,
Actually, I'm gonna Google.
he's
Well,
rich as
I'm
fuck.
gonna find out. How much does Diddy have to pay Sting? Now he's saying he's never had to pay Sting any amount of money of each day for sampling the song. However, it's recorded that he has to pay between $3,000 and $5,000 a day.
Okay, well, his net worth is 600 million, so I think he's okay.
Well, not
Uh,
anymore.
yeah, and now yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So he has actually been on TV producing shows like Making the Band. He also has a couple other companies, clothing company, Ciroc.
Yes, a rock.
Ciroc. Um,
Wait, what? His clothing company was
oh my gosh, I have it somewhere in my notes.
Baby
Sean
Fat.
John.
Yeah, Sean John. Yeah, because I was gonna say Baby Fat was
Oh yeah.
Kamora Lee Simmons.
Yeah.
And then do you remember?
I had no idea Ciroc was his actually until I read.
Really? He was in
Yeah.
all the commercials for it.
I guess I never saw or paid attention really to that. But yeah, Ciroc vodka. Won't drink it again, I guess.
I don't think I've ever actually had it, which is, I mean, I don't
Thought it
know.
was good.
Is it considered top shelf?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I know it's in a lot of songs. People reference it.
It is considered a top shelf vodka.
Oh,
It's distilled 5 times.
yeah, it's pretty good from what I
It's
remember.
apparently one of the world's most iconic vodkas.
Hmm.
Moving on.
Moving on. He did do a lot of like cool supporting the Black community things. So like I just wish he continued on this positive path, but instead he has been getting into a bad reputation. I think it started like a couple years ago, right, with abuse allegations and then really spiraled out of control. But
Yeah.
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 And then you have details
I was
on
gonna say, is
that.
that my segue?
You have details on that, yeah.
I was gonna say, is that the segue to me?
That's the
Great, love
segue.
it. Okay. So it really starts in November of 2023, where Cassie, his ex-girlfriend and one of my favorite singers from back in the day, loved Cassie. She had the Me and You, which was a great
Yeah.
song and music video. Loved her. She sued Diddy for an alleged rape and sex trafficking during their 10-year abusive relationship that went from 2007 to 2018. The next day of November 17th, the lawsuit was settled, with both parties resolving claims to their mutual satisfaction. Jump to November 23rd, where Joy Dickerson Neal, so she's the second woman or second person to accuse Diddy of drugging and raping her in 1991. This was actually within the New York. There's like an act in New York that like gives you the time frame where you can report.
Like statute of limitations.
Thank you. Yes. Luckily for Joy, it was actually within that time frame, so she was able to report it. And a separate lawsuit by our first Jane Doe, so this is now the third person, claimed that Diddy and Aaron Hall, who works with him, raped her 30 years prior. During this time, on November 28th, Diddy stepped down as
Thumbs
chairman.
up. Sorry.
What?
Your
Did it do
video
a
had
thumbs up?
thumbs up. Oh yeah, that was great. Anyway.
Yeah. So Diddy stepped down as chairman of hip hop TV network Revolt, which he co-founded. And then December 6th, there's a fourth woman accused him, Harv Pierre, and another man of sex trafficking and gang rape when she was 17. On the same day, Diddy let out a statement with, quote, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday." However, also during this time, he put out and tell me if you remember this, on TikTok, he put out a video with, I think, one of his sons naming a bunch of people, saying like, "I'm going to come after you. I'm going to come after you. Like, if you try to come after me, then you need to go after these people too."
Oh,
Yes.
I don't remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Threatening.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Now we jump to this year. So it's quiet from the beginning of December to the end of February. So February 26th, record producer Rodney Little Rod Jones accuses Diddy of sexual assault. He filed a lawsuit in New York federal court saying that Diddy sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened him while he was working on Diddy's 2022 Love album, which he worked on from September of 2022 to November of 2023. This then leads to the March 25th LA and Miami home raids by federal agents, which is where they found all these things for Diddy's freak-offs.
Freak-offs.
Let me describe a freak-off for you. They would allegedly last multiple days and be so physically exerting that Diddy and his victims would require IV fluids afterwards to recover.
What?
Employees are also accused of organizing the delivery of the fluids and were allegedly heavily involved in the planning and execution of these events, including making travel arrangements for the victims and sex workers and stocking hotel rooms with supplies. Now, some supplies that were found during the raids included 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Which,
like, what are
who
they
needs
doing?
that many?
Yeah, what are they doing? Are they
What
just
is
rolling around
happening?
in a room filled with like lube? Like, what's happening?
Who
Probably,
needs
honestly.
1,000 bottles? I also want to know, like, it has to be the big ones, right?
They showed pictures.
Did they?
Yeah, they're
Like
big
the
ones.
big Johnson and Johnson
Yeah,
bottles?
yeah.
Like,
It's
oh,
like
Jake.
also, I guess that's like cheap, like lubricant that people use. I don't know, but like, he's so rich? Why does he need to use baby oil? That's kind of gross.
Because he needs 1,000 bottles in back stock.
So insane.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like
So
bathing in it or something.
I mean, I don't want to know, but I do want to know. Like, I don't know how I feel. And then May 17th, CNN was able to get a hold of a video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in 2016. It shows him grabbing, shoving, and kicking Cassie during a 2016 altercation that matches allegations she made in her now settled lawsuit.
I remember when that came out. It was really
Yeah. It was awful. So it shows her exiting the hotel room and walking to the elevators where you can tell she's like trying to get out of there. She's like hitting the buttons, like very panicky. But unfortunately, Diddy chased her with a towel wrapped around his waist and reached for her, grabbed her by the neck, and tossed her to the ground. He then is shown violently kicking her and grabbing her purse and suitcase to bring her back to the room. Now, September 10th, Diddy is accused of sexual and verbal assault for over 10 years by former Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money member Don Richard. So Danity Kane was one of the bands that came from Making the Band, which apparently he was very demanding on with MTV. Like, I guess MTV and him don't have a great relationship based on how he acted during this time. And Dawn was one of the girls who made it through to be in the band. Usually you hear more from Aubrey O'Day, who is also a part of the band. And she's also spoken out in solidarity with Dawn in this. Dawn claims that Diddy owes her an estimated $2.5 million in unpaid salaries and royalties for the first two albums released by Danity Kane, which, by the way, there were some straight up bangers
Yeah.
on the first album. I still listen to Damaged all the time. Great song. Great song. It's also alleged that she and another former member witnessed Diddy physically assaulting multiple women during this time. Now, most recently, obviously, on September 16th, Diddy is indicted and arrested in New York and at his Manhattan hotel and taken into custody by federal agents. Now, at this time, on September 16th, the indictment was sealed. The next day, the indictment is unsealed, and we find out that Diddy is charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutors accused Diddy of manipulating women into participating in his freak-offs, which we've already discussed, which allegedly involved flying in women and sex workers to the party's locations, which is why he has all these things in both LA and Miami at his homes, but then they would also need him at these hotels all over.
Mm-hmm.
And now people are starting to show some videos of these times or people talking about these videos.
Yeah.
Or these parties. Sorry, that's what I meant. Like Ashton Kutcher is now in a lot of trouble.
There are a lot of celebrities in those videos and photos.
Yes.
And there are like yachty parties he's had as well that like a ton of people went on, and there were sex workers on those boats as well. So,
well, I know you were going to talk about all that all of that stuff, not fun stuff.
yeah.
All of that.
So I looked up like what celebrities were reacting to this because I think some celebrities know that they're going to be outed as going to the parties. So they're coming out and speaking out on TikTok and things before photos are aired.
Yeah, there's also this woman, Jaguar Knight. I'm sure you've seen her on there. No? Okay, I'm going to send you. She has been a part of this industry. She knows all these people. And she has been sitting down I want to say for over a year in these interviews discussing like if Diddy's getting prosecuted for this, then watch all these people are going to get taken down with him because they all need to be prosecuted for what they've done.
Yeah, shit is going to hit the fan for sure.
Yeah. And it's some people I don't think anyone would expect.
Yeah, Justin Bieber.
But is he a victim?
He's well, when he was a young kid, there's a video that was just released or it was like dug up from the past. When he was 16, he did like a 48-hour hangout with Diddy. And there's like a video interview where he's like, yeah, it's like a 16-year-old's dream. We're doing all these things I can't talk about. And like little Bieber is looking at him like kind of scared and intimidated. And it's like, what did he make Bieber do? I don't know. Yeah, but he's also been at a lot of the parties that were recent. So.
Oh, yeah. Because Jaguar Knight talks about how like Diddy was trying to get Bieber, but couldn't. So Usher was the one who was able to get him in.
Yeah. I don't know. There are a lot of people like reacting like 50 Cent has always been a vocal critic of him.
I love 50 Cent.
I know. I love 50 Cent too.
I love him.
I do too. So he's gone on social media mocking him for years, basically, and talked about his past behavior. Kanye West, we do not love, but we love to hate.
I love old Kanye.
I love old Kanye too. It's so sad. He's not well. He said that he loved Diddy, so that's great. Janelle
this is
Monáe,
also coming from now Kanye?
Yes.
Okay.
Or like recent, yeah.
Yeah.
Janelle Monáe, she highlighted the need for accountability in the music industry, suggesting that everyone, including Diddy, should be held responsible for their actions. There are a lot of people that have been posting like, this is normal rapper behavior. Like this happens all the time. People flying women out to have sex. Like, so they're like, if he's getting in trouble, we're all fucked.
Well, I mean, think about like Harvey Weinstein. Like people were saying like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah, that's not okay though. Like,
Yeah. And like, I'm sorry, but like, if these people have been seeing like Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein getting in trouble
yeah,
for all these things, you think it's not gonna, like, this isn't gonna come and hit you?
there's precedent. Yeah, there's
Like,
precedent.
karma's a bitch and she comes for you.
Yes. Um, Wait, circling back to Justin Bieber, he
Yes.
recently had a lyric in a song that just came out that said, "Lost myself at a Diddy party, didn't know that's how it go. I was in it for the new Ferrari, but it cost me way more than my soul. Wasn't worth
Okay,
all
is
the
that a
fortune I made."
legit song or is that AI? Because I saw someone say that it was AI.
I think it's a newly released song, but we should fact check that.
Yeah. Continue.
Or it's like a teaser song or part of the song that came out. I don't know. I don't know. If it's AI, that's really creepy, but tell me. So uh Bieber has said like he has to shut it all off and hide away after hearing all the disturbing things he did. And it's like a lot of people are speculating that he's like experiencing PTSD right now because he probably went through some really extreme things when he was a kid with
Yeah.
him.
I just checked and
So,
it is apparently AI.
well, who would make that lyric up? That's so dumb.
Well, think about it because like this is happening. There's so
Yeah.
much that AI, but Eminem did write lyrics about Diddy.
Yes, I have those.
Oh,
And his new song with JID, who I love. I love JID.
yeah.
Called Fuel. Eminem rips Diddy to shreds. He says, I'm like, in the lyrics are, I'm like a RAPER, got so many SAs, like sexual assaults. Wait, he didn't just spell rapper without a P, did he? So it's like, he's a rapist. And then he said, I ain't trying to beef with him because he might put a hit on me like he did Cafe D did him. What? I don't know. So there are rumors that he put out hits on many rappers, including Tupac.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is like it's alleged that he was a part of
He was a part of
Tupac
that
being murdered.
setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Kesha changed her lyrics
Yeah, she
from
did.
TikTok, which was one of my like favorite songs in
Such a
college.
good song.
It was wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. And she changed it to wake up in the morning like fuck P. Diddy. And I think that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Was she the reason why I drank Jack and Cokes in college? Absolutely.
Absolutely. So that's what I have. There are even more like videos coming out, interviews with people who are speaking out about him. Some people defending him, which is crazy.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's what I have right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
it's
I on
gonna be
social media.
so interesting watching this unfold because I mean, right now his attorneys tried getting a bail set up for him, and the judge denied it twice.
He's on
And
suicide watch right now.
he's on suicide watch. He's in this prison in Brooklyn, and they're trying to transfer him to his attorneys are trying to transfer him to a prison in New Jersey that apparently has like better
Yeah, the one he's in is not
accommodations.
good, I guess. And
Yeah.
I've read someone posted on Reddit about being put on suicide watch there. And what they do is they strip you completely naked and you just have like a vest thing that doesn't even cover your crotch. You're just totally naked in a room, like people watching you the whole time. So
I mean, he needs
that's
to be though, because look,
humiliating.
like Epstein allegedly killed himself.
Yeah, I feel like some shit could go down if he wasn't being watched 24/7 for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, over the next weeks, months, days, even like things are going to come out. And the cultural impact this is having, it's like you said, so many celebrities, especially within this industry, are coming out saying, like, this may have been something we considered normal, but really isn't.
It
Like, none of
really
it's
isn't.
okay.
Like
And
J-Lo, imagery has surfaced with J-Lo when she was dating him, like way, way, way back.
I mean, she's okay. So, my issue with this is that because this is a federal case, it will not be televised. No cameras are allowed in
Yeah,
the
I think
courtroom.
you're right. Yeah.
So, due to that, once this trial begins, because there will be a trial, there can't not be a trial.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see, like, it's just like when Trump got was in front of the federal judge. Like, you're gonna have to see the drawings, get everything from the news coverage that's outside because none of them can they can be inside, but only being able to take notes. No one's allowed to record, no one's allowed to take video, nothing. We just get the stunning illustrations that come, which, by the way, courtroom illustrators,
So cool.
they are some of the most talented people.
I love those. Yeah. They're really well
So,
done.
like, we're going to be having to get all the information from that.
Mhm.
We know there's going to be Netflix, Hulu documentaries about this. J-Lo will have to be subpoenaed. There's no
Yep.
way she can't be.
Yep.
And
She was
now there's
involved in a
also,
shooting, wasn't she? Or like they thought she was.
yeah, so there was a nightclub shooting with her, Diddy, and the rapper Shine.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Diddy and so all three of them got arrested. Diddy and J-Lo were released. Shine was um imprisoned for 10 years and then deported back to Belize. And now he actually is in the government in Belize and is
Oh,
speaking out about all this and saying, like,
wow.
it's finally time. Like, he knows. So this is going to be so interesting to cover. I mean, we're definitely going to have to do a part two as this goes on.
Well, the
Be-
whole thing is this whole time he's been able to settle by paying everyone off for bringing anything to court or to legal levels, but now it's federal, so it's like he is fucked right now. He is fucked, and people are freaking out. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more. Like, I don't know. Justice needs to be served for all of these people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know where justice is definitely being served, kind of, not really. It's kind of actually like untangling.
What?
It's
Where?
on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
This first episode was golden. It was
Can I
so
just
good.
say, I know I've said it to you and I've said it to anyone who will listen to me, which is why I'm now saying it on this podcast. This is what we call old school housewives.
Yeah.
This was perfection, chef's kiss. If they had to get rid of all the other franchises and keep one, this would be the one to
I
keep.
think you're right. Yeah. This is my favorite. And I thought I was really worried with Monica being taken off the show.
Same.
It is so good.
I had a moment of, will Salt Lake City survive this? Because now everything I say is, will blank survive this? Thank you.
I also
Secret Life
think
of
they were
Mormon Wives.
like worried because everyone online was like, we're not going to watch it. It's going to be so boring without Monica. They're kicking her off. Like, there's not going to be drama. And I
I
think
mean,
they're really
Monica made
bringing
great
it too.
TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they are here. They know what they need to do, but they're also being like very like authentic about it.
Yeah.
Like this cast among the other ones, like let's face it, New Jersey sucked.
Mhm.
Needs
Horrible.
needs a reboot. There's only like two people from New Jersey I think could stay on because they're not playing it up.
Hmm.
Whereas like on Salt Lake City, I don't think any of them are playing up what they're talking about or doing. Like this is what they do.
Yeah. The only one I would say is Lisa Barlow, but she's always like that. So,
The
so I
Lisa
guess
Barlow of it all.
yeah,
I can't hate her though,
I can't either.
because it's like Teresa. Like I can't hate like Lisa Barlow grinds my gears, but I can't hate her.
Right.
I can't hate any of them.
I don't love Whitney. Dane likes her the best, and I can't stand her. I think she's really annoying.
My thing with Whitney, and this has been my thing with her throughout all of the seasons, is like she has been the one to take accountability and also call people out on their shit.
Yes.
I
But she's
think
getting whiny.
she is getting whiny and she also does it at like the worst times.
The worst, the absolute worst times. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but I have to give it, I mean, give props and flowers where they're due. She has at least consistently, if someone's called her out on something, she steps up to the plate, goes for it,
Yeah.
and also has never been afraid of calling people out on their bullshit.
Right. And she says pretty funny things. Dane was like, the rest of them annoy me, but at least we get these phrases from Whitney. Like, I think she said, kiss every part of your butthole during this,
Yeah. She
which
did.
was like, that's entertaining to me, but
So, Madison, obviously my friend and Pilates instructor, has now started watching, or she's like halfway through season 3
okay.
or season 4.
Exciting.
And season 4, sorry, because I keep forgetting we're on season 5.
Mhm.
And I walked into my Pilates class the other day and she was like, I'm obsessed with Salt Lake City. Mary might be the most important person.
She is so entertaining. I have her quotes from this episode
I am
written down.
so happy she's back full time.
Like, she is problematic herself, but in the things she does. But on the show, she is thoroughly entertaining. Like, I don't know where these thoughts come from. Who told her these things? Like the meat in the colon for 5 weeks
Oh my God,
or
I know that was
whatever.
hilarious.
Like,
When they
where
were
did
like,
that come from?
Mary, are you vegan? She's like, I just try sometimes.
Try
She's
to
like,
be.
I'm not eating. Look at that meat. I'm not eating that.
She's like, that stays in your colon for weeks. And these people don't think about their health.
Oh my God. I loved Heather's comment when she was like, apparently all I needed for Mary to like me was lose 25 pounds.
By the way, she looks amazing. Like,
Heather looks great.
she looks really happy, so that's good.
Yeah. I mean, you know what else I like about her though? Is she's fully like, I'm on Ozempic.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. She's just, yep. I don't know. She's just happy and excited about it too. You can tell she's like excited to be on camera, whereas I feel like
yeah,
she
she's
felt
clearly feeling good
self-confident.
about herself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What did you think about Bronwyn, our new cast member?
First of all, I can't believe Bravo was able to find another Bronwyn.
You know, you knew
Like,
one
one was
Bronwyn growing
probably
up. Did you know any?
I did not know any. And it's so funny because I said it in Pilates and Alexia, who's one of the owners of studio of the place I go to, and Madison were both, they have known each other their entire lives. And they were like, Bronwyn. And they were like, we knew a Bronwyn. She was awful. I was like, well, this one might be. I don't know yet. I think she's like super eccentric. Clearly is like like beats to her own drum,
Mhm.
is doing her own thing. Good for you. Like, I am both so impressed and jealous of people who just are like, this is me, like, take it or
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah.
And that's, you can see that's how she is. I mean, she also like owns up to the fact that like she's 38 and is married to some like, was he like 60
Yeah, like 63.
year old dude?
She made a
Yeah.
joke, like a self-deprecating joke. She was like, everyone said I wasn't pretty enough to be a trophy wife, but I'm still
Yes.
here, like 30 years later, or whatever it was, like 20 years later.
Yeah. I mean, like, good
So,
for her. Like,
yeah.
if she's clearly happy. She has a 17-year-old daughter. Like, she's clearly like doing her own thing and living life. And I thought she also held her own at the dinner, which I know we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And was just, but I do, who said it? One of the women said it. That's like, why is she giving her opinion? I think Heather said it. Like, why is she giving her opinion if she doesn't actually know any of us yet?
Yeah.
Like, so you can tell, I think she has that first season
Yeah, they're gonna bully
thing going
her a little
on.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like how we were talking about Katie on Orange County also has that first season thing going on, like trying to
Mhm.
make their mark.
Yeah. I
But
like her. At first, I was like,
yeah, I
oh,
like
I'm
her.
not gonna like her. And then she showed her 6 dogs that are named after the House of Cards characters. Like, I
Oh
thought
yeah,
that
I
was
thought those.
hilarious because
I think the dogs are super cute too.
also House of Cards is so random. It was canceled.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
So funny. But like, I don't know. She's just very strange, and I think she'll be entertaining, especially with the fashion part of it. Like, I love to see that.
Totally.
I did not like the look with was it with
You're talking about the cheetah print
Lisa?
boy shorts?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I hated
I
that
was
look.
like, that is trashy. I don't care if it's couture. Like, no, no, no.
No.
But everything else,
Yeah,
gorgeous, gorgeous.
yeah. I love how she was like, what Heather kept being like, oh, I love your costume, and Mary and
Wait, I have the
Sure.
quote written down if you want
oh
me.
my God, say it. Yes,
Okay.
please.
So, Brittany, we didn't touch on
Oh yes,
Brittany.
Brittany, who is Heather's friend.
Yeah.
and
And
was dating an Osmond
yeah,
or a son of an Osmond.
it was like the prince of the Mormon
Utah. Yeah.
Utah. Utah, yeah. Um, so Brittany sits down with Bronwyn and Mary, who are talking, and they seem to be hitting it off well. Like, because they're
Fashion.
both, yeah, fashion. Um, she, Brittany says, Bronwyn, I love your costume. And then Mary goes, Oh Lord, she done called it a costume. I'm done. I love Mary. And then she goes,
I know.
That's fashion, honey.
But I did love when Bronwyn was like, yeah, so I have this and Rihanna has this. And
Yeah.
then the third one, because there's only three in the world, the third one's at a
No.
museum.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, yeah. She's
honestly,
like, so
those
it's not
kinds
a
of pieces.
costume.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give it to her. Like those kinds of pieces where there's only like a handful made, and you happen to be one of the people who have it,
Incredible.
including Rihanna.
Just
Because
amazing.
let's face it, Rihanna is untouchable. Don't you dare tell me anything bad about her. She cannot be a
Yeah.
part of this Diddy thing. Like, leave her alone. Like,
She better not be.
better not be. Like, she's untouchable to me.
Yeah.
Um, like if you can say that you and Rihanna have something, and the third one that's ever been made is in a museum, like you are a queen.
Yeah.
Absolute.
You have some money.
Yes. And
Um,
then I also loved Mary's talking about the fashion and the costumes. I loved when Heather was like, I love a theme in her dress, in her
the little
Moschino
heart.
dress with the hearts on
I
it.
loved
And Mary was like, it's not a theme, it's fashion.
it. Yeah.
I was like, I think you're in the wrong city.
Exactly. Yeah. Didn't Lisa say Moschino?
Moschino. Yeah, I believe it's
Moschino. It
Moschino.
is Moschino.
Thank you.
Um,
And
wait.
what's his face? He's been on Drag Race a few times as a uh Jeremy, what's his name? Jeremy Scott,
Oh yeah.
who's like the designer for
Hmm.
Moschino. It was like, no wonder he loves Alyssa Edwards. And like you can just tell like that was such a cool dress to have the like inflatable
Yeah,
parts
that
on.
was cool. I want it.
I know, it's so cool.
Wait, to go back to Mary.
Yes, please.
So her little confessional thing about Brittany's coat, she's like,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
about 17 German shepherds went to the groomer and then she made a coat and dyed it burgundy. Like things like this that Mary's saying, she's so mean in such a weird
I
way.
love a Mary
I'm obsessed.
commentary.
Yeah. So and then it continues and Brittany keeps like saying the wrong thing and it's so cringy. Like the whole like you became a hoarder and she's like, no, not a hoarder.
No.
And then she was
She's
like,
an archivist.
yeah. And then she was trying to relate and she's like, I grew up poor too. And she's like, I didn't say I grew up poor.
She literally hit every wrong button in Mary.
She's like, but I actually put food in my purse. And Mary was like, that's not okay.
Oh my God. And then when they're walking to the table and they see that Brittany's sitting next to them, and Mary's like, I don't want to sit next to her. She's going to try to put bread in my purse.
And she's like, and that must have been recent because when you're little, you don't have a purse.
Yeah, right. I have to admit, my grandma, like, it, or it's just, I don't know if it's like an Italian grandmother thing. Like, they used to line their purses with like Ziploc bags or tinfoil or something and bring home not just bread rolls, but like they'd bring home like the bones of chickens
Yeah.
to then
Or
make,
broth.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a depression thing.
yeah.
Great
So
depression thing.
honestly, if the rolls are that good,
Yeah, why not?
I don't see the problem with
We
them.
always say purse it. Like that's our quote
Yeah, purse
at
it.
restaurants.
What's the difference with getting leftovers and maybe throwing it in your purse?
Or just like a cool glass sometimes. Sorry, don't
That's a
tell
you
anyone
thing.
that. That's a crime. Um, okay. So, oh my gosh.
Okay, I have a question for you while you look through your notes. How do you feel about Angie, one, being the center snowflake holder in the credits?
Weird.
How do you feel about Angie and Mary's relationship?
I like that. It's endearing and weird.
I love it.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about Angie pulling out a scroll
That's where I was like, this is too thirsty. This is trying too hard. Like it used to be cool when there were receipts being taken out in clever ways way years ago. Now it's old.
During reunions.
Yeah, this is like you're trying too hard. The first episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Angie. She's very entertaining. And I do love like
I love
she and Mary are so different. It's gonna be so funny to watch them like their friendship.
I think it's going to be really interesting because obviously in like the trailer for the season, we see Mary and Meredith having issues. So now, sorry, I'm like literally having to hold him.
Oh, baby.
Mary and Angie being super close and Meredith being on the outs with Angie, I think it'll unfold very interestingly.
What did you think about Meredith getting pissed about Whitney's like
The
bath
bath
thing?
bombs,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a little
I think every
overdone.
housewife has like a bath thing,
And
don't they?
apparently Whitney had them like early on.
Yeah,
That's how
that's
her
what
company started. So I'm kind of like, it's a bath bomb. Like, can we just get over
I
it? Like, I
think
get it.
it's
You're the queen of
crazy.
baths, but like,
Yeah, this whole like self-label of like I'm the bath person is so weird to me.
same. I think we can get over it by now.
I
Like,
loved Mary saying, I don't trust baths.
I did too. I mean, when you think about it, you're kind of like marinating
It
yourself.
is kind of gross. I was like, yeast infections, yeah, that's a thing. Like,
Gianna loves
yeah.
baths, though. So now I feel bad saying it.
I mean, if it's like
Lemon
a,
tea.
I don't know, it can be lovely.
Yeah, I need to put you down, buddy. I need to talk with my hands, and this is very awkward.
Oh, he's so cute. I love him.
I love him too. He's a good boy. Yeah, so then obviously we make our way into the Bezos dinner function. Also, before we jump to that, I just want to give a shout out to the editors of Salt Lake City because they deserve all the awards possible. Like
Mhm.
doing the flashbacks to like 2 weeks earlier, 3 weeks earlier,
Yeah,
like that was gold.
they're really good on Salt Lake City at doing the jumping back and forth timeline things. I feel like
Yeah, they're
mostly on
really good.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously we get to the dinner and I don't know, how long does it take for them to start fighting?
It was immediate.
Yeah, and I mean there's a bunch of people there.
I mean, it might have been edited. I think there were a few wine glasses deep, the people that drink. So, like, that was apparent to me. They're tipsy.
Yeah. And by the way, Nick Vile, have you seen their Instagram lately? The
No,
Vile Kyle's Instagram.
no.
They've now done it. Whoever is doing it is a genius. It's all like Salt Lake City themed. Like they're making it look like Bravo.
That's
And then it says
awesome.
like Vile Files and it has like the little like symbol for the channel and like it's great because Lisa is so obsessed with Whitney talking about her on that podcast. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, you guys talk about each other all the time. Why is it's because someone is talking about Lisa.
Yeah. And also, just the whole thing about being called a villain, like, why is it such a huge deal to her?
Yeah. Like you
That
actually
shouldn't
get
be.
more airtime. And someone did, or Bravo, like someone did a breakdown of the episode, and Lisa did have the most amount of airtime. She had like over almost 8 minutes, which when you see the breakdown, I'm like, that's how long these girls were actually on an episode. And the episode's like 45 minutes long.
It's like 5 minutes of
Yeah.
villainy.
But she had the most confessionals. She had the most amount of airtime. Like, run with it, take it,
Yeah.
go for it. By the way, when I did my Vita Tequila lookup, you can click on a page that says like find a store or like, and it says 404 not found.
Oh, because isn't there some legal stuff happening where she owes a ton of money? Maybe that's what's happening. I wonder if that will come out during this season.
Probably. I mean, who
Ooh.
knows? But yeah, I mean, so that's where like the whole fight starts.
Mhm.
And then they all start ganging up on Whitney, and I honestly felt really bad for her.
Yeah.
I know. It's me and Dane being like, I feel bad for Whitney.
I think, yeah, I used to love her. I'm just over it now.
But
But
I think if anyone is sitting at a table like that
yeah, that
with
was a lot.
strangers, yeah, that was a lot to have four girls coming at you, four or
Yes.
five girls coming at you. And then it gets flipped onto Angie because Whitney said something like she knew,
I can't remember
like
what that part
Whitney
was.
was given information and Lisa was like, how do you know that? Because there's only two people I talked about it with, and that's
Right.
Heather and Angie. And Heather was like, I didn't say anything. And you just see Lisa do the full turn and be like, what did you say? And Angie was like, yeah, I told her.
Yeah, Dana and I were talking about that. Like, if I don't know, if she didn't explicitly say don't tell anyone, then who cares?
Yeah. But this is my issue with Lisa is that she ends up acting like she's the queen bee. No one is allowed to talk about her. No one's allowed to call her out on anything. And I feel like that really came out big time last season. But we've seen it in previous seasons. Like, do you remember when she got hot mic'd
Hmm.
talking shit about Meredith?
Yeah.
Like, that was behind closed doors, though, or what she thought.
Uh-huh.
So she really only allows it to come out when she's not being filmed or not mic'd.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's coming out and she's getting called out for it. And then, unlike Whitney, she does not. She won't own up to it. She
Hmm.
tries to flip and deflect.
Yeah, she won't take any ownership
No.
or responsibility. Yeah, she's the only one who needs to be more real on camera, I think, for sure.
Yeah. And then you see Whitney leave. And my favorite people on this episode were the band.
I know they were like laughing.
It was just great to get a genuine
They kept
reaction.
cutting to them near the door.
Yeah, and you just see everyone working the party, the band just like cringing, being
Yeah.
like, this is so fucking
Like,
awkward.
what's happening?
Yeah. I am so excited about this season.
Me too.
Like, it's just so great to know like a true Real Housewives franchise is back.
Yeah.
We're getting really into it.
I'm gonna put
And
together a whole Instagram post of all of Mary's quotes because they're like they're just the best.
they're just so good. I love
I'm
Mary.
mostly here to hear Mary talk, I think.
I want Wednesday to be here now.
Yes.
I
Come
want,
on.
I haven't been this excited.
I know. I want them to release a lot at once, but then also I want it to last. So
Yeah, no, we got to treat this
enjoy
like
it.
regular television. Like, give it to us once a week.
Yeah.
Let us marinate in it.
Yes,
Let us talk about it.
exactly.
Let me watch the episode 5 times over.
Yeah.
Go from
Watched
there.
it twice. Yeah.
Same. I was like, I gotta watch it again.
It's so entertaining.
It is. Ugh.
Makes me
And
so
now,
happy.
I know. Me too. Should we do quick shots?
Yes. I'll ask you first this time.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather have a personal chef or a personal stylist?
Chef.
Yeah, because you're good at styling yourself.
Oh, thank you. That's so
Uh,
kind.
Zendaya or Florence Pugh?
Oh, that's so
I know
mean.
it's so hard.
Zendaya, I guess.
I love Zendaya. That's who I would choose.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh is
I do love
amazing.
Florence, though.
Yeah.
That was really not nice.
I'm sorry. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life? I feel like you've asked me this one before.
I think a rewind.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Billie Eilish or Dua Lipa? Wow, I can't talk.
Billie Eilish.
Okay. Do you like Dua Lipa?
I do like Dua Lipa, but I love,
Talent-wise, I think.
yeah, I think Billie Eilish has more
Yeah.
talent.
Would you rather date Kevin Hart or Leonardo DiCaprio? Those are tough.
They both aren't great.
Yeah.
I think at least with Kevin Hart, you get some humor,
Totally.
you know?
And he's not as yucky, I think, now.
Yeah, I'll Kevin Hart, sure.
Would you rather attend a red carpet with Margot Robbie or Emma Stone?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
That was the easiest question you asked me. I'm obsessed with her. I love her so much.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
We've talked about the talking to animals thing. I think the object
Okay,
option. Yeah.
same. Um, would you rather be the first person to explore a planet
Ooh.
or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
Drug that cures a deadly disease. I don't
Would you rather
know.
have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants?
Tickets.
Okay. Would you rather be a reverse centaur? So instead of having a human top half and a horse bottom, you would actually have a horse top half and a human bottom, or a reverse mermaid, which would be you'd have a fish top hat and a human bottom half.
I think we need to draw this, or paint it. I
Will
think
you do
the
it?
centaur. I don't really want a fish head. I don't know. Those are hilarious. That's so funny.
Okay. And then here's the last one. So instead of doing fuck, marry, kill, we're
Oh,
going to be doing share a bath, get married in the church, or tell them that they can leave.
okay.
Jen Shaw, Lisa Barlow, or Monica.
Okay.
Or those are your three.
Wait. Jen Shaw, Monica, Lisa Barlow. Lisa can leave. Hmm. Take a bath with shit.
I know it's tough.
Take a bath with no, no.
And
She
you get married in the church to Jen?
no. Bath with Jen, married to Monica. It would all
Nice.
be not okay though.
Yeah, it would all suck.
It would not be okay. That was a hard one.
Amazing. You made it. We did it.
We did it.
Guys, we hope you enjoyed another wonderful episode of Crime Cocktails and BS. Don't forget to
Rate, review, subscribe, follow,
like,
comment, interact.
follow. Yeah, do all the things, please.
All of it.
And don't forget, we'll be here again next week. So until then, bye.
Bye.